My name is Ian Steele. I'm the founder of Kickstart for Kids. Every kid needs to have breakfast, no matter what socioeconomic area they're from. I've been mentoring young, disadvantaged kids in lower socioeconomic areas for a long time, and I noticed that there was this massive behavioural difference between the kids at the schools where I was mentoring and when my kids were going to school. These kids had really high levels of anxiety. They couldn't concentrate, they were angry all the time, late for school, didn't come to school, they looked sort of malnourished and sick all the time. So I started doing some research, and what I found absolutely horrified me, sort of changed my world. I found kids that were living in the backs of cars, had absolutely no clothes apart from their school uniform, no undies and no socks, no shoes. Found 11-year-old boys that were coming to school on Monday morning with needle marks in their arms that had been stealing cars on the weekend. 11-year-old girls that were talking about the baby bonus and wanting to get pregnant, and kids that were just absolutely starving, so kids that were going through bins in the local park to try and find some food.
You notice kids that come here and they haven't had that good start to the day. It impacts their whole school life. Their concentration levels are down, they struggle to remain on task, and then of course that leads to usually disruptive behaviours, which just sends them on a downward spiral for the day. You see those impacts not just in the classroom but in the schoolyard too, with their friendships and ability to get along. And when you have that regular food source available and the breakfast there, the teachers notice in the classroom that their students are able to be on task and a productive part of the class.
Today, Kickstart for Kids serves 50,000 breakfasts every single week in 360 schools around South Australia, and we do that with 800 volunteers.
I enjoy volunteering and putting up my time to assist others, especially young kids. And so I put my hand up, and I've been doing it for 2 years and love every morning. It's not a chore. I enjoy getting up and driving here and seeing all the smiley faces. So yeah, I really enjoy it.
I like coming here early because we get fuel for the day.
Our breakfast programs are inclusive, so anyone can go to them because we don't want to embarrass those really at-risk and vulnerable kids.
Breakfast Club here at our school, it's certainly not viewed by the students or by the community as the ones who can't afford breakfast. Breakfast Club is cool here at Westport. It's a place to socialise, to hang out.
Our volunteers sit down and have a social interaction over a meal with these kids, which a lot of these kids don't actually get.
The kids look forward to it just as much as any part of the school days. They come here, they get to have breakfast, but they get to chat to their friends, they get to chat to the teachers in a social setting too, which I think is really important for building that school community. They enjoy every minute of our Breakfast Club program. I think they wish that it went a lot longer into the school day.
The kids have fun and afterwards they're able to concentrate and able to get educated.
Free breakfast, free food. It's warm in here. It's amazing.
It takes a community to bring up a child, and Kickstart for Kids is a community. We draw on every facet of the community. And then if we go to Sanitarium, who help us with all of our cereal and our spreads and our up and goes, there's so many generous community partners out there. We would not exist without their help. The most valuable thing that you can do in your community is give your time. Not money, give your time. So go out and volunteer, go and work in a breakfast program, because our breakfast programs, we might be in 360 schools, but some of them might only open 2 days a week or 3 days a week because we don't have the volunteers to open them every day. There's so many things you can do in your community that helps vulnerable kids around food insecurity.
I just say do it. You feel good, and you feel good knowing that they're going to school with a full tummy.